Can I flip through these?
You're most welcome to.
Cool.
The Caribbean's only monthly comic magazine.
That's so cool.
West Coast Davengers.
Hi, everybody. Welcome to part 2 of Pittsburgh is the greatest comic book store city in the country, and my hunt that I spent over 4 days going to comic book stores, according to the Jim Rugg Guide to Pittsburgh Comic Stores, the zine you can find on Jim Rugg's website right now. So without further ado, if you haven't watched part 1, go back and watch it. And if you watch part 1, we'll get ready for part 2, the final part. It's the final part.
One of the stores that Jim absolutely loves the most, and most people that talk about Pittsburgh comic stores do not leave this one out of the conversation, that's Doomed Planet. And Doomed Planet, formerly Copacetic Comics, which Bill Boychelle started and owned, and then Bill sold that store and kept Copacetic Comics just as an online store. Bill actually happened to be there working and running the store that day, and so it was a treat. It was me and Jim and Brian Moss, Danny Bedrosian and Kazra. Like, all of us were just at the store at once, and it was fantastic.
How you doing?
Good.
You're Bill.
I'm Bill number 1.
Dave, nice to meet you.
And then because the Bill who you might have thought had been here was Bill number 2, because I no longer run this.
Right.
Just helping him out.
So this is it. Jim's just like, you got to come here. So I'm here, Jim.
Yeah, I was trying to describe, like, if you're on limited time, which stores must you get to, and it's like, this is a
there's
good
stuff.
store
Yeah,
that
there's
have
definitely
stuff
stuff here that you won't find at the other stores. You know, the smaller press. I mean, it's not quite as depth as it used to be, but there's still a lot of like handmade smaller things.
Well, it's funny, I just rewatched the interview, that you did with them on the channel.
Oh, okay.
And I'm from New York, and you're telling that story about, loading all those comics on the bus, and I'm just like, I can picture it.
Yeah, well, this is in the 70s.
Yeah. Yeah, you don't want to go anywhere near not Grand Central Port Authority in the 70s.
Yeah. I can still vividly remember, because like my adrenaline was so high during that experience that I still remember it all. Like, because it was Thanksgiving weekend, so you can Port Authority and Thanksgiving weekend. It was completely insane, and it was like I still remember like the line to get on the bus, because that bus, it was 5 buses. One pulled off, and then. So you're waiting forever, and then the next bus pulled off because it was it's the most traveled day of the year.
Yeah, and the most traveled city.
Right. Yeah. So
commuter-wise.
I took a bus from Greyhound from New York to Pittsburgh not that long ago, and it's still totally crazy. It was still totally crazy. I mean, like, because it was an overnight bus, and all the bus stations in between. Like the Philadelphia and Newark and stuff, they don't leave them open anymore because people just sleep in them.
Yeah.
So people are all gathered around outside. I mean, I could tell there was a lot of stories from that trip.
It's like sort of.
I mean, Greyhound's around the world.
Usually I would come in and
it's the very bottom.
Yeah,
it's
the totem pole.
Even
eternalized, and now it's
Megabus is higher because you have to have a computer to buy your ticket.
Yeah.
Greyhound are the people who just like, here's my crumpled up dollar bill so I can
let me get on that bus.
Yeah, so it's the bottom of the barrel.
I used to take the bus. I went to school.
That book's amazing.
Oh yeah, it's sitting on the table.
I mean, he
you
has
just
an
bought it.
online exhibit right now that's only for a few more days at Jonathan Levine Gallery.
Jonathan Levine online?
Yeah.
Does Jonathan not have?
I'm not sure, because that I'm not sure about. So because I follow, I'm that guy, and he's messages me through Instagram.
Yeah, he's got a few things to say. That's what I like.
Yeah. But I mean, his ability to articulate his concepts is far, far lower verbally than artistically. Like the stuff that he's done I don't think he completely grasps what he's done, in an intellectual, articulable framework verbally, but like, merging, but the Byzantine iconography grafted, it was like a stroke of genius. It was incredible. I mean, it's just like,
I wasn't aware of him until like a month or 2 ago.
Oh, yeah.
It's like he came out like whole.
Yeah. It's his practice that it was, that's he literally paints icons, you know, but in a specific context.
Well, the private $50,000 commissions are coming.
Yeah. I mean, the guy. So yeah, exactly. Like, I mean, like, yeah, this stuff. When I look at this stuff and I really think about it, and I think like X number of years in the future, you know, why wouldn't it be worth a fortune?
Absolutely.
You know, if you're in that art world.
In museums as well.
Yeah.
And I would think that the Lucas Museum would acquire a couple of
Yeah.
pieces.
Yeah. I don't know.
When is that opening?
2025.
But like, do you know who Dan Nadal is? Because he's one of the curators working on the Lucas. He's a friend of mine. He used to publish Picture Box. He's been hired by the
Do you know what segment he's curating?
No, I'm not exactly sure.
Because I'm going to get introduced to the comics curator soon, but I don't know.
It might be Dan.
I was thinking it might be.
Probably Dan.
Yeah.
He lives in Brooklyn. Well, we'll find out. If you see, and it's like if the guy's name is Dan Nadal, and you say, I was just I saw Bill from Copacetic in Pittsburgh. You know, we are in, you know, not constant, but regular.
I'll say that. Thank
So
you.
then you can. Yeah, but I don't know how aware Dan is of this guy. I haven't really talked to him. Okay. Cassie. Okay, nice to meet you.
See, look. No way to know that this
Yeah,
is
my
Sears.
brother
If
was
his
funny
signature
because
is
my
on this
brother
cover, it
worked
was
with
hidden by the
from
box.
very beginning
I always
before
just thought that was
he might
Me
follow,
too.
like, has a
Like,
company
cheap.
called
Yeah, and
Pittsburgh
the
Gallery,
lines.
online,
What
and
I
he
call
got hired.
signature.
He was a
Yeah.
Francisco, he's a techie.
Yeah, I was always under the assumption of that too.
They were bringing us all because I didn't know much I had to do. He was not that part of it to do with something else.
Stuff like that, man.
He was probably, look at all the stuff he has. He's really into comics. I'm like, I know. Yeah. Right, yeah, they couldn't get the space because of various reasons. Yeah. He had to go back to working in Adobe.
But there's a virtual gallery component to our site that I'm going to be building out.
Oh, really?
I actually wanted to
It's
build up.
virtual gallery with spelled I-E at the end.
Very fancy.
Yeah, that's my brother.
Gallery.
Yeah, he wrote the code for it because he used to work for he writes code. He's one of those people that are like, when I look at what he's doing, you know, I'm relatively intelligent, but I'm like, it's like, you know, it literally is this foreign language that I have no grasp of whatsoever. Yeah. And he's just sitting there like, but his whole thing was he just wrote code that renders 3D on the fly, and so people could then move things in the gallery, and set up their shows virtually. Like, I'll see if this picture, he just puts all the files, and you can move a wall here, put the picture, and they can do it all. What's that?
Video in there.
Okay.
And he has like a nib pen tip, right?
So you're
But you
doing,
know, like you're
tell
still
me
like
a
drag
little more.
like the pen tip, kind of go like this.
That I work for.
Go push it.
Oh, that would create my idea. That'd make
Well, I
my
don't even know that's possible because I just see him drawing, and you know, like he's a master of art.
Right, yeah,
But he
yeah.
does stuff with it where it's like, I didn't think that was
Yeah, because that would like create that stutter, and that would
or
just like
splatter. A lot of stuff can go wrong.
right. It's the opposite of what you
Yeah, okay.
You know what? You almost see a few of the lines where it'll be like kind of a scratch.
I think I know about this shoe.
You
It
know,
just,
find it. I've seen a video of him online.
Yeah, but that was because like, I think that's not what I'll tell you. It's two ones. Like Bill Thompson, who was a customer of mine at Ben way back in the day, has a show called Collecting in Black at the August Wilson
Yeah,
Center.
big Phil.
Yeah,
I'm meeting him at 5 today.
Yeah.
At the August Wilson.
because he shot some of it at that
He did.
his movie at
Original art
that.
expert, yeah.
Exactly.
And then Big Phil is going to, well, I helped him put the August Wilson show together. That's why we're meeting there with the director. And then I got him this as a gift because I'm sure he doesn't know about it.
Yes.
Because I'm going to.
There's a lot of stuff that we sell that's black artists that he doesn't, because he's into the traditional space. He doesn't know a lot of the people. But like Chad who's coming here, he's a black guy from Cleveland. The main thing is the customers expected. And so, and like at a certain point, you know, basically I'm, you know, the train mules. Yeah, and at a certain point, like, you know, obviously he's going to be on his own, but yeah, you know, I think he's getting. Yeah. I can give everybody like this is you know, you guys are really watching it directly. At this point, I'm hoping more of the suppliers, artists contact him. And that's you just go ahead or so then we'll get closer to even. Yeah. Because like he's in the holes now, but I would rather just do all kind of like merch. Yeah. I think there's no way. So But yeah, all right. Well, I mean, I don't know. Yeah. I'll let you know, and yeah, whatever. Right? If anything important happening, we'll talk about it. Right. Yeah, but I was excited after that because it just seems like after if I'm not gonna even live long enough to see it, but like that whole Googleplex will just work its way up Penn Avenue, Wilkinsburg eventually.
Yeah, and there's some good developers, local developers that are really trying to impact that Main Street. Too.
Yeah, somebody finally bought the piece of property. I knew they were just waiting.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
They were just waiting. So like, yeah, because it's slowly but surely filling.
Yeah.
Yeah, you went right to the.
So close to that one stretch of Penn Avenue.
Yeah, I mean, I picked out something I don't know, and now I gotta go look at the stuff I might know.
You go from the.
Literally, right across the street. I mean, like, yeah, like, and because that was the. Obviously, that used to be the train station, and that was one of the first train stations in America where you didn't have to walk up steps to get on the train. That was like, advanced. And so, I mean, it should be like that's right.
It's only takes one grade, like
it's going to be most likely someone from downtown, you know, who doesn't, yeah, you know, who got like a regular you know, sees it abstractly for what it's offered.
the best thing that happens, they hide it.
Working there in school and getting a degree. That was his whole. I mean, he played. This is like so bad. He was the AV guy. So bad when the AV guys were a thing. It's a couple ways. And then he did. What's the one with the? I've just been really fine. Oh yeah, I got all the. 13, 14, and 15. He's got like 12, 13. I think you're fair because
No, they are. It's the Pasella parody.
yeah, you can just
Oh, that's a new one? Dude, that one's awesome. You got the airbrush on it?
Oh yeah. Yeah,
and it's the one that.
Like him and P-Funk, and I have a lot of friends. You know, I have a friend from Atlanta, and was like, you know, his whole life was because like he did acid and saw the Mothership Connection in Atlanta when he was in high school.
At the Omni Theater.
Yeah, he was at that, and like that was it. Like his, you know, the whole, he was like, you know, regular. And, you know, the whole rest of his family, he became completely alienated. They're all, you know, normal, and then he became because of that. Like his whole entire life changed.
That's amazing.
Yeah, no, I know a lot of them stories.
Yeah. I mean, I saw the in like the late 70s.
Doom Planet kind of reminds me of Floating World in Portland. They do a lot of independent and self-published comic book creators around the world, as well as having a little bit of, you know, Marvel DC back issues, some keys, and then tons of hardcovers and trades. You know, it's one of those stories where you just kind of pick up a book and you flip through it and you see if you like it, or if one of the other homies that were there said, "Oh, Dave, you should check this out," I would pick it up. And that's Everything is Super by Captain Rotsteak. It is a very interesting looking book. I have not flipped through it yet. I have not read it yet. I've just flipped through it. But the cover with the hot pink, the kind of Norwegian death metal logo, I figured I couldn't go wrong. And then I forgot who handed this to me. It might have been Jim, or it might have been Mossy, or it might have been Kazra. But this is Vanity Floppy by Carl Stevens. Very interesting looking comic. I don't know anything about it. The art is beautiful. The cover is obviously an EC homage. And once again, don't know anything about it. Haven't had the time to read anything that I brought back. One of the days, Jim asked if I wanted to go to a couple stores that he didn't get to cover in the guide because they were a little bit farther out. So we took a drive and we went to a store that's been around since 1982 called Benny's. $3 million, 3 movies.
I'm fine. How are you guys?
Doing great. I'm glad that we walked in and you're friendly instead of, you know, some stores are just...
Get off my grass.
Is it okay if I film? I have a YouTube channel. Can I film while I'm digging around?
Sure.
Sweet.
Have you been the owner of the store since 1982?
I've been since 02.
Oh, wow.
The original owner is Benny. He passed away in, 02. And I was one of his very first customers way back in the day. So when he says, hey, would you like to buy the store?
Hey, Jim.
Pass it up.
Just hiding down here on the bottom shelf, a GSX in an
Everybody's
8.0.
got one of those, right?
Yeah. I mean, I have one. It's not graded, but yeah. Yeah, GSX is for everybody.
Sure.
Oh, my God.
Got a little everything everywhere, so
Just kind of flip through whatever we want.
for the most part.
Sweet.
Original 1977 posters from Star Wars.
Are these Chaikin's? Jim, is this Chaikin?
It looks like it.
They're from the Burger Chef restaurant,
No.
which is no longer in existence.
Yeah, I don't know that name. It's so much like his style, though.
Yeah.
Somebody who's working with and learn from her.
I can probably find out.
How much are they?
Should be a sticker off the top corner.
Oh, 25 and 25. Wow, that's not bad.
Yeah.
How you gonna pack those now?
You're going to put them in a poster tube, and I'm going to give you a shipping label, and...
I actually have a poster too.
Oh, I know you do. Of course you do. Well, I don't know if this is going to... I'm going to leave that there. Sorry. Wow. Wow, this place is loaded with memories and things that I'm going to want. Children of the Inquisition. Dan Greenberg.
Okay, here's my poster tube. I'm ready.
Oh, I'm probably going to buy the Vader. So you just upsold me even harder, even quicker.
Well, if I get to keep the frame, I'll knock $5 off.
Yeah. Oh, you can definitely keep the frame. Then what a deal.
Are you reading it upside down?
Yeah, it's different.
Those are really good prices.
Where are you guys from?
I live just north of Pittsburgh, and Dave's visiting from the West Coast.
Yeah, I'm in Tacoma, Washington.
Comics and thought we were just gonna hit comic shops, and I've never been to this one. It's a little bit further for me, so
Sure.
hoping to get here for a while, and it's a good excuse.
It's signed by Tony Isabella. You have a House of Secrets 92 you're selling?
House of Secrets.
First Swamp Thing.
Let me come over here and see.
No, it's not that I don't.
College
Yeah, there's
Club.
the
The reprint.
the reprint.
You even got the foily one.
Foil's not the same since the 90s.
I know.
Oh my God, there's so much in here. I love it.
I got a book in here that's as old as Superman.
What book is that?
The Cocoa Malt Book of Comics, 1938.
Oh my God.
According to Overstreet, there's less than 100 copies of it.
Look at this thing. Oh, you need that. Wow.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
Don't know any of these. Jack Cole might be the only name that I'm familiar with.
Right.
That's wild. Ah. Oh.
Charles Biro, you might know that.
See,
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, crime doesn't pay.
Oh, okay. I have at least one of those books. Did you know Woodring did a Treehouse of Horror?
No, I didn't. Those Treehouse of Horrors have so many good artists.
They are great books, and I will definitely pick this one up. I bought one of the prelims from Bill Morrison at OAX this year for, I think, Treehouse of Horror 8.
I bet he's an interesting guy.
Yeah, I had him, and then he had to reschedule, and then never heard from him again. So I'll have to hit him up again.
I've seen him a couple of times.
What?
Bill Morrison?
Yeah,
Yeah, I've seen him a couple of times.
he's such a nice guy.
Do you do a lot of shows?
I go to a lot, but I don't set up at them. Usually usually they're 2 and 3 days, and since this is a mom and pop store, I can't shut down for that long. But if it's a Sunday show, yeah, I'm there.
Jesus, everything's here is. Ooh. You have a lot of sign books.
Like I say, I go to a lot of shows. He did go even.
Really? What? Some of his self-published stuff, or?
Yes.
Yeah. I have a bunch of the Ditko Whirls, and I have a first issue, the newspaper one, and it's signed.
I think mine is the Avenging World.
Ah. That stuff is so weird, but. Jim, you ever look at that stuff?
Yeah.
It's crazy.
He's a little out there.
Yeah, he was. Yeah.
$100 more sometimes.
Yeah. Guess that's what happens when you read too much Ayn Rand. You turn into Steve Ditko, I guess.
Published art for Ditko Mania.
Yeah, I want to see that. I'm scared of it, but I want to see it.
I think the publisher said it was too much black ink to kill their printing costs.
Whoa. Wow, that's neat. Don Martinick. That's really cool.
Same guy that did the
Yeah.
Chronicles.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you, I mean, maybe he sold a bunch of stuff to the store, or like his collection here?
He passed away.
Oh, okay.
His parents called me up and I got most of his stuff.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
What do you, I mean, do you have a price on that, or are you not selling it?
I could probably do $50 for it.
Yeah, I'll buy that.
Okay.
What the hell? I'm never going to see it again.
Did you ever see one of these?
Not
Guilty.
Starhawks, no. They did House of Mystery. Like, there's some House of
This
Mystery
one, I
ones,
think,
but I've
was
never seen
originally-
that.
I think it was created for this.
Oh,
He
really?
had aspirations of like, I'm going to sell these in a bookstore.
Ah. I
It
didn't.
just didn't work out.
Yeah.
I'm going to take Vader out of the poster.
Cool.
here, or out of the holder.
Was this Spider-Man stuff in this long box like a collection that just came in?
Yes.
That's pretty cool.
Freshly bagged and boarded.
Yeah, it's nice stuff. Is this all from that collection, these boxes here?
Different collection.
Wow. Can I flip through these?
You're most welcome to.
Cool. Been waiting for a store like that. You're most welcome to look through everything. Instead of, this is not for sale.
There. Over here. Oh, there's my phone. Hello. I'm here till 6 o'clock.
Like Marco the Pinky Meta Manatee.
What?
This stuff gets on here, who knows, man. Some of it I don't
That sounds like a Florida-based comic if I ever heard of one.
think. You never know how the one was.
Yeah. Somebody tells you about it and
Let's throw this back here.
you're right there.
Most of Marvel.
These are all newer-ish?
In the last 10 years.
Oh, alright. History of the Marvel Universe. Who did that?
Is that Eric?
Except for these ones, which
Yeah, I think it's Powell.
haven't made it into the pile yet.
I think this is Eric Powell. The Marvel Monsters one? It should be, right? I think he did all the covers. Oh, this might be something newer. Oh, that... Actually, I have no clue who that is. Yeah, it is. You can tell by the... what's his name? No, it's not. It's...
I don't know who that's in.
Habershosh?
Yeah.
Frank Miller.
Uh-oh.
Loki.
Frank Miller? Oh, I'll take that. You don't even need to show it to me. I know that. I know that.
That's cool.
I have that book and I want that poster.
That's great.
I am so into this weird shit that he's doing now.
The Miller, those covers as posters is a great look for those.
Do you know if any of the other Millers got turned into posters?
Not off the top of my head.
Okay.
So if we're playing the Show Me the Weird Stuff game,
That should be Rob, right?
it probably is, yeah.
Rob Laidlaw?
Yeah.
Maybe like catalogs, you know, like companies like Caliber and Fantagraphics and stuff would have like catalogs. Do you have anything like that?
No.
How much are the posters?
Most of them are like $5.
Cool.
A couple of them are 10.
Okay, I'll take
Like the Spidey 300.
Was that Life?
Yeah, it's the Major X.
I feel can't draw.
Oh, I'll take. How much is this? 10?
Yeah.
I'll take it anyways.
Is that McFarlane?
See Todd by Todd.
Yeah,
Gotta live by it.
I don't even look at what the rest of them are.
Oh, I didn't look at those yet. I'm looking at these.
I say go in order. I won't spoil any of these surprises.
You can. I don't care. I gotta live my motto. See Todd by Todd. Captain Ross Allen.
I wonder what that Marvel Comics Presents is. That's got to be a new.
They must have done a new series because they haven't done one. I feel like in at least 8 years. Oh, this is the one that's from like 8, and this is Art Adams.
Too, right? That's pretty sharp.
Yeah, I'll take that. This is. See, if this is Otley, I buy this.
You see Otley by Otley?
I think he's one of the best out there.
Yeah.
DC Mousepad?
Oh, this is an Alex Ross.
Those are 10.
Wild.
Everybody loves that.
These posters are pretty sweet.
Yeah. Well, so my plan is, and these are too new, but my plan is for the new studio, my new house,
Yeah,
is to make it look like,
decorate the walls.
but to make it look like
an old comic shop.
an old comic shop.
Gotta get a spinner.
I have it. I don't know if I have room for it in the room, but what I did save was the last couple card collections I bought. I have like 94 Masterpieces box and empty box. I have all those old empty boxes.
You could create a great box.
Yeah. And I have the Weapon X poster that we grew up with, the hair one, the fold out poster. I have one of those.
I didn't know that.
It was
Which
the
one?
store poster. It was the preview. You know I'll show you. It's a very iconic image.
Yeah.
I'm
that's
digging to
right
get
in
to
my-
the box that has more posters.
That's
But
the stuff. Old posters.
there's more posters.
Oh yeah, let's go. It's good. Oh, that's Flash. Yeah, that movie was interesting to say the
Anything
least.
you want to open, just stop me.
It's Superman Year One. Oh, that's Frank Miller.
Superman Year One. Oh,
Yeah.
it's sealed in there.
I think that's Frank Miller, right? Yeah, him and Romita. I didn't.
Oh, it might be.
I didn't bother reading it.
You know,
So Benny's was a treat. It was a little bit of a cluttered, claustrophobic store, very small, but the guy who's owned it for the last couple of decades was really nice. And basically, I'd ask for something and he'd go in the back and pull out some stuff. I scored a little bit higher than Jim. I think Jim said it's around a 47. I said around a 49. I found some good stuff in there, including an Amazing Spider-Man 319 Mark Jeweler, See Todd by Todd, as well as an Amazing Spider-Man 115 Mark Jeweler, which means that this is the earliest Mark Jeweler I've ever seen in an Amazing Spider-Man. An Amazing Spider-Man, probably the longest running comic with a Mark Jeweler insert. We go from 115 at least to 349 is the last Mark Jeweler Amazing Spider-Man issue. This is pretty interesting. This is one of the Fantico Fantastic Four Chronicles books, which is a fanzine running through the history of the Fantastic Four. But on the interior pages, it's signed by John Byrne and Don Martinek. Speaking of Don Martinek, the gentleman who owns that place sold me this original piece from Don Martinek. And this is actually published, I think, in a fanzine called Ditko-Mania. It was only $50. I thought it was pretty cool. Even if it wasn't published in the zine, I just thought it was a fun piece to own. I also found this pretty cool Spider-Man Summer Special which is signed on the cover by Steve Lytle. I believe that this is a trade paperback from the animated Spider-Man Adventures. Let's take a look. No, this is absolutely not what that is. I don't know that Marvel, I don't know anything about this, but Marvel looks like they made bound trade paperbacks with the actual issues in here. I have never seen this before. Spectacular Spider-Man 235, 236. This is wild. All right, I got to do some research on this. So I really enjoyed Benny's. I thought it was a fun store with a very charming owner. I will definitely go back to that place again, with or without Jim. And after that, we went to a place called Dawson's Geek. And as you can see in the photo I'm posting right now, this place used to be a foot and ankle doctor's office. And it was very apparent when we walked in. The desk and then we each kind of exam room was all in alphabetical order. So it was like S to W and, you know, M to S and whatever to whatever.
Comic book shops. Because, like, whenever I travel anywhere, I'm going to comic shops, right? If I have 5 minutes.
Of course.
Comic shops, and I have not kept a good record. This is great. This is
wow.
Cool to see because, like, art is one of my criteria that I judge by. And I think I just do a 1 or a 0 for it. But, like, you should have art.
Of course.
If you run a comic book shop, you know you have art. Customers
and posters, anything that's worth looking at. But anything worth looking at. Oh wow. How you doing?
Well, how's it going?
Good. Is it cool if I film in here for my YouTube channel while I dig around?
Yeah, that's fine.
Cool.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, you probably have me on camera eating a sandwich.
Oh no.
So, yeah.
I don't. I edit. I do all my editing, so I make sure.
Yeah.
That's a great cover. No wonder. Boy, the flat yellow background, that's a really good cover.
Uncle Rob and his wild covers. Oh, look who's on. Oh, he's everywhere.
Shocking.
If you have any questions or anything, just holler. We're happy
Gotcha.
to help and, you know, make yourselves at home. Please excuse I'm trying to process a collection and I.
Oh, that's cool.
How does this all work? Like all these rooms, so these are all back issue rooms?
Yeah, all back issues. Most of the new issues are up here. Some of them are spread out over here, but yeah.
How's the new collection you just got in?
It's okay. I found a couple goodies in there. For the most part, it's been, you know, going into the 50-cent bin, dollar bin, that sort of thing. You know.
Sometimes that's.
Yeah.
You gotta do it.
Yeah. You find that one $13 book in there, and it's like, okay, well, just, you know.
One book can make the entire collection.
Yeah.
Spider-Man and Gen 13? Excuse me?
Yeah, oh yeah, that was the thing.
I never knew that came out.
Yeah, I
It
just
was in the, you know, like we saw it.
I just found a Fantastic Four Gen 13, but I didn't know the Spider-Man one existed.
Look at these. These must be like UK.
Oh, those are the UK weeklies, yeah.
Yeah.
Do
Big
you
ones.
do you ever get or see a lot of foreign comics?
I don't know how to answer that. I see some, and in some ways it's like I probably see more than I should, but I don't see very, you know, it's...
Well, if you ever find anything foreign that's McFarlane, just buy it. I don't care what it is.
I'll keep that in mind. I may actually have a foreign McFarlane somewhere, but I don't know that I can put hands on it quickly.
Well, look at this cover.
That's a great cover.
Are these trades cover price? Are they half, or
What's that?
are the trades on this shelf?
Yeah, most of them are cover price. I mean, but yeah, if you feel like making an offer, make an offer. We'll see what we can do there.
The Crave monsters roaming U.S. cities.
Some of them have a little post-it note on the top with like the, you know, shaved price or whatever. you
Right.
call it.
What the? I don't even know where to start.
Space. Are you rolling through here? 'Cause this is pretty odd.
Yes. Oh my God! Where does this even? What is happening here? This is definitely an office space.
Dude, magazine size.
Oh, okay. We're gonna have some fun here.
You into this?
I don't know it.
Oh, dude, he's great. These were reprinted. He has this like really like Miller has
Yeah.
still from this guy. But then I think IDW did one. Did a collection of his stuff in like these big thick like newsprint
Okay.
paper that are beautiful.
Comics Feature #1. Destroyer? Is that Remo? Yeah, that's Remo Williams.
Lee Weeks, I think.
Wow. Oh, here's some more UK, Captain Britain. I did buy a first...
National Lampoon.
I did buy a first Captain Britain when I was in the UK because I knew a couple of my, customers were going to want it. And it took me a longer time to sell than I thought it would, which is wild.
I used to always laugh and I'd be like, man, if you're into Conan, that's what you all... If there's one box of magazine, it's Conan.
I just sold this. I wonder if I should buy it.
Pretty stuff I don't see. Sex to Sexty, we would...
Sex to Sexty, yeah.
I never see it in the store, though.
I think it might have been printed in the Northwest because I see it a lot.
Yeah, we got a bunch of them. Jungle Tales.
More Amazing Heroes. Oh, look at that. Frank.
That's a beautiful cover.
I don't
That's a
have
really
that.
good cover in between those buildings.
How about that one? I have a beat up cop. Ooh, is this a... No, it's Joe Chiodo. If that was a Bruce Timm, I'd buy it.
Special collector's edition. Wizard with Obama? I think 213. Holy cow. This is where you'd always see like those Marvel graphic novels.
Yes.
And like forever I would see those for nothing. And
They have the-
stupid to buy them.
They have the Venom one here, the Ron Lim one.
First Kingdom.
Jack Katz, right?
Yeah. It's a big run of that at ours. This is a good one. Do you know this? This is issue number
No.
2, but it has like Alex Toth, Neil. This is like one of those kind of weird...
Forgotten ones.
It's not that forgotten, like I didn't discover it. I saw it on online somewhere and was like, oh yeah, it's cheap too.
Mm-hmm.
If you decide that's a book you want, like you can find it
Who
cheap.
the fuck is Wham?
I don't know.
So like Adam Hughes' long lost brother?
Seriously. Some of these Conan sagas are nice.
Yeah.
Just line art.
Yep. Yeah, I bought one of the first things when I started going to antique stores. I bought a couple of Barry Windsor Smith Conan magazines.
And then these spirits, they'll have like some of the Warren, I believe, Corbin colors some of the spirits
Really?
inside. Yeah, like they'll have like a center story or something.
Never would have known that. Ooh, Savage Dragon. What is that called? That miniseries, Blood and Guts.
I like that series.
Yeah, that's is that Jason Pearson, right?
Yeah. We were gonna do some Pearson stuff. So what we were gonna do body bags, right?
Yeah.
It's like a cool, and like he stabs a pregnant woman.
Jesus.
And she won. And I was looking through it and I was like, man,
I don't know if that's doable.
do this. Like, how do you have that on there? And like, can you say anything about that?
Yeah, you just have to stay silent.
Yeah, that's one where the image speaks for itself.
Yeah.
That's a lot though. It's more than we take on, but we did do Blood and Guts then.
Mm-hmm.
This thing, dude, are you ready for this? The Caribbean's only monthly comic magazine.
That's so cool. And it's like why is dead Jason Todd with
September 2000. Why is he on there?
You need that.
Do you think that was a mistake?
That's a great mistake to
They
make.
didn't have their layer. They thought the layer was turned off. It's just... Divine Right do you still need?
I didn't hear what you said.
Which issues of Divine Right do you still need?
Fuck off.
Soul Size is in here. Hey, if you find any of the Alan Moore things, let me know. I'm looking for a couple
Okay.
to come across.
I had a bunch of the kind of towards the end of the run, and then I did pretty well.
Hey, man, I was looking for those, like, whenever I would visit all these stores,
Mhm.
and found, like, one issue.
They
out
are
of the
tough
ones
to
I was-
find.
Yeah, they just aren't out there.
Look at print.
I think that I used to assume that those books sold a certain amount, and I don't think they did. We came across some thing where it was like Gen 13 sold like 90,000 and everything else sold like 30,000,
Mm.
and I don't think I realized that that it, you know,
That was the Gen 13 was the only thing that was selling.
yes, it dropped that low on, you know, virtually everything else.
And I've never gotten a chance to. I have, actually, I do have one of the trade paperbacks from the Alan Moore Supreme Run. It's an expensive book.
Yeah.
I may just read it.
Quality, right?
Yeah.
They like shot it from the printed comics.
I don't know. I'll have to look at it with fine-tooth eyes next time.
Well, if you have to look with fine-tooth eyes, maybe it's okay.
Yeah.
But I remember that's Checkers, right? Checker was the publisher.
No, it was Image.
Oh, I don't know those. Yeah, I didn't know there wasn't any.
Or maybe, I'm pretty sure it's Image.
Maybe it's a different edition.
Yeah.
Because like Checker did one, and it was poor. Very, very poor quality. You could see like weird mores because
Yeah.
it was shot from the printed comics.
There's so many trade paperbacks like that.
You gentlemen finding everything okay? You don't find something wrong. I mean, I tried to organize it, but it's not exact size. Well, worst part about it is underneath the table is boxed by drugs. How long have you been open? Just open one day. Not that. So, yeah, we'll
The owner was really nice. He's a comic book artist as well. He gave us one of his variant cover, or one of his books, and signed them for us. I actually found some fun stuff there. I will say this: I think he needs to just kind of like tighten up some of the boxes and just kind of condense everything. But I hope he succeeds. And the store has only been there for about a year. I got a Leatherface #1, but that is a Dave Dorman cover doing Leatherface. Batgirl Adventures #1 with that classic Bruce Timm cover, and it's a newsstand. Got a good deal on that too. He was happy to work with me, gave me some discount, and I paid cash. A couple of copies of Amazing Heroes, early issues, #4 with a Frank Miller Daredevil, and then #6 with a Psychowitz cover. I do want to mention that I did go to 2 of the Phantom of the Attics. I went to the one in Green Tree, and I went to the one in Pittsburgh. The one in Pittsburgh is kind of the main one in downtown. It wasn't really my kind of comic shop. I kind of compare it to Midtown Comics in New York City, the one in Times Square. If I was getting new books, that would be the place I would go. Phantom of the Attic, very nice, very clean, very organized. They even had some independent stuff, and there was just nothing really to dig through. Their back issues were all just kind of $2 and $3 and $4 more recent back issues. I didn't find anything there that was like out of the ordinary or surprising. But it is a very nice store to go to if you're looking to just kind of pick up new books, get a pull list. I do want to talk about my favorite store, I think, overall on the trip. It was Pittsburgh Comics in McMurray. I went with Jim. I went with Mossy. We ran into Ed's brother Bobby and his wife. They had just gotten a collection in of mostly like old, it's a barn collection. And it's like a lot of Golden Age Archie and those types of books from the Golden Age. But they even went up to Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Adventures, and I found a book that I absolutely love. So I picked up a copy. We dug around in there for a while. They had probably the greatest selection of trades and hardcovers I'd ever seen in a store, including stuff that was out of print, stuff you just don't normally see. They had great artist editions. The keys, if you're looking for keys, the stuff was priced to reflect the condition, which is always a big deal to me, because you go to a store sometimes and you see a book that sells, in a VF Plus copy for $200, but they're selling a fine copy for the same price. Pittsburgh Comics also has 2 dogs. It's got a little bit of everything. Plus, I had asked the right question as we were leaving, and they brought us into the basement to look around at some stuff, which was really nice of them to do. Take a look at it, and I'll show you what I got.
Yeah.
And I picked up their Charlton book.
Okay.
I just like those histories and
Yeah.
Pacifics.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
Seems like a really good
Yeah.
one.
Yeah.
Disney. Did that collection contain any EC at all? EC Comics?
No EC, yeah. That's one thing, it's his mom's.
Yeah.
It was from the time frame where there should be, but there's not.
You did get some Joe Palooka.
Yeah, it's tons of neat old stuff. And it's like, well, we got to put these, as much as we can face out.
Yeah.
It's just so cool.
Palooka, I think, is the most disrespected comic of all time. Nobody likes it. I assume these are just cover.
Yeah.
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 Those I think we had up for like $1.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Oh, stop that, Mr. Light.
What do you need?
Oh, they want to Marley, Rex, come here. Guys, Rex, come here.
Whoa.
Not a whole nother room in the
This was not prepared.
Did I not sell this accurately?
No.
Hey, look, they have Miss.
Yeah, so
Here, look, they don't eat just sit on this little couch.
Play a game?
I guess you do.
Here, Kirby, do you want me to give you a quarter?
No, thanks.
You're just gonna look at it?
Yeah. But I want to play.
You want to play? Okay.
Jesus. Oh, Liz Prince. I like Liz Prince.
You can choose from different games.
See, here's a Jeffrey Brown book I don't think I've ever seen before.
So there's this Pac-Man.
Yeah.
This, Junior, Stunning Top 3, Galaxian, Dig Dug, Crush Roller, Credit, regular Pac-Man.
I said the one that was on.
Oh, that one up there? You want to play that one? Super Cobra. So you gotta press the button.
What?
Yeah, and you got box too.
Okay, I'll take that.
Like and subscribe.
There you go. Kirby says, like and subscribe. SKRWL. Oh, this shelf is dangerous.
Come on, honey.
I'm just eyes wide open looking at everything. Do you have any amazing heroes at all?
Yes.
Brian, did you say you were looking at this or you just got one?
I was looking at that online. How much did they want for it?
$4? $6.
Yeah, that's not bad for 6.
Yeah.
Were you gonna go for it? Or
No, I have my copy.
Yeah. I always like putting the pieces up as art. You know,
Yeah.
This is like the quintessential idea.
And it's so wild that it exists.
Right, totally.
I don't see this anymore.
They make it a little scared of them.
No, that's, they need to go. He needs to go.
That's a cool cover.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's a beauty.
This guy. This book. It's trash.
He's a hack.
Look at all this stuff. What? I didn't know this existed.
Here's one I think you might like.
Okay, no.
there was a guy, I think he was a prisoner, but he agreed to this. Whenever he got by his size, and they froze him and sliced him and scanned their slices and put it in scroll through whatever you see. That's how they froze and sliced. They won't call it that, but I mean, it's the exact same technology. Good, how are you doing? It's exactly what they would do. Really? I went through like some training and I we did not cut it. You know, like there were so many cuts that like we didn't do it.
As long as there's no gimp in the basement, I think we're okay. Yeah. Oh my! It's outdoors and in the basement. Wow.
This is good timing on your part, season-wise.
Yes, yes,
Because if you asked for these in January, you might get a different answer.
Yeah, there's 4 feet of snow, or
Back in June.
yeah, or there's ice on the stairs. Oh my lord! I'll live down here.
So these are all crusted. These 4 boxes.
I'll make quick work of this.
There's probably more under C. Over here. Remember what numbers they were? They might
I think it was the 2018.
What's this series about?
Crossed is basically like if 28 days later the rage virus, but everybody knew what they were doing and it was fueled with sex as well. Yeah, it's Garth Ennis creation, so,
Yeah, so there you go.
you know how that goes. Man, these covers must be hard to find. Because in 3 boxes, I haven't seen a single one of these.
I'm sure that they are hard to find because, like, what are the numbers Avatar's doing then if you put, like, some kind of variant on top of it?
For a second, there's not a lot of light in here,
Yeah.
so you can't really see what I'm looking at. And if a kid pulls one of these out, you're going to have a therapy bill to deal with. Yeah, here we go. Here's a different one. I don't know this one. See, I don't know what cover that homage is, but
awesome. Right?
That's an old Black Terror from the 40s.
okay, that is really weird. That's my last name. It says after Wexler.
Okay.
I don't know what artist that is, but that's my last name.
The Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Adventure issue that I got is this issue number 64. There's a big significance to this issue, and I'm going to flip through it on the channel, but I won't talk about it right now. But you're going to want to see what's cool about that issue. From friend of the channel, I found this pretty cool Sparrow book, issue number 10 from IDW, highlighting Jim Food. The day that I was there, or the week I was there, was the week that the new Thundercats issue came out. But the reason why I wanted this variant is because this is Manix Abrera. And Manix is a Filipino artist who you might have seen his commission that he did for me at OAX. I'm going to have Manix on the channel soon enough. And then I picked up a bunch of these for real cheap. The couple more of the first publishing Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle trade paperbacks. So that's book 1, 2, and 4. I gave 3 to Jim. And then finally, I found this on the shelf. I've only seen this once, but this is the Sam Keith program from the Cartoon Art Museum exhibition that he did in the San Francisco Bay Area, or maybe it's just San Francisco proper. Long sold out, really tough to find. Excited to dig through this. Maybe I'll look through it on the channel. But Pittsburgh Comics was probably my favorite, just because of the things I was looking for. But honestly, I have nothing bad to say about any of these stores. I had a great time digging through them. They all had their own personalities. And I only scratched the surface because there's 15 more stores to go to in the Pittsburgh area. So I'm going to have to do another trip out there soon. But I really just want to thank Jim Rugg for putting together this zine, for showing me around the town. It was a real pleasure to hit all these comic stores with somebody that, you know, helped me unknowingly start the channel that you're watching right now. So my overall assessment of Pittsburgh, as much as I love Portland, Pittsburgh is the best. And you heard it here first from the West Coast Davengers. But obviously that's just based on my opinion and the things that I look for. But I do love doing this. I love looking through stores. I love meeting owners, checking out back rooms, digging through boxes. The thing about the comic book store in America the experience of the comic book store in America is it's kind of like the final frontier of independent small businesses, that each one has its own personality, and that personality reflects the owner. So if you're in Pittsburgh and you're watching this video and you wanted to go to one of these stores, tell them the West Coast Davengers sent you. They won't give you a discount. They'll probably look at you like, who? But at least you get to say my name. Say my name. Anyway, I'll see you next week on the Word Super Diva.